Okay, hello and good day to everyone that is currently tuning in here at Phoenix Holdings. Once again, this is your host CH, and right now we're going to be having an AMA with Inverse. And from the Inverse team, we got our very special guests, Dennis and Fabian. So, guys, how are you doing today?
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank
Yeah, it's
you. Thank
amazing
you
to
for
have you guys. Finally, okay. So, anyway, I guess we should just dive into the both of you guys. Can you start off by introducing yourselves to us and maybe give us a bit of background about your crypto history and stuff?
Yeah, sure. Dennis, if you want to start.
Yeah, sure. I will just start. So hello guys. Thank you for having us in here for the MA today. Pretty happy to be here, to be honest. My name is Dennis. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Germany. Same as Fabian and Marco as well. So the whole team is based in Germany. I'm the CMO of both projects, Inverse Protocol as well as Safe Token, our first project, and basically in charge of doing all the marketing stuff. Marco, as we've already mentioned, is not here today, but he's doing the marketing with me. And we all basically knew each other through real life for a long time, so not just through the internet.
All right. So my name is Fabian. I'm also 25 years old, and I'm also coming from Germany. To give you a little bit of background about myself, so before I entered crypto, I was pretty heavily involved with online games development. So to be precise, in MMORPG. Um, I've done that for over 3 years. So I built a lot of different projects together with my team. One of those projects was Layer 2, which was pretty successful in that space. So we had like over 100,000 registered accounts, and we managed to get like over 20,000 people online at the same time on our peak hours. So to put it into a comparison, all of the other competitors had like 2 to 4 thousand people online at the same time. So it was a pretty huge success. After that, I discovered crypto for myself, and starting with investing into XRP, I was one of the early investors into XRP. And then I moved to very much different coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the top coins. And later, I also discovered the Binance Smart Chain, which was pretty impressive to me because I saw tokens doing like 5x, 10x over the night, and it was like something I never have seen with the normal coins. So I was pretty interested into that. So I started my research about smart contracts. I learned how to write smart contracts, how to deploy them, how they actually work. And with all that knowledge, we issued our first token last year in October called the SafeChain token. For us, it was also a really big success because we managed to get in 30x from the presale price. So we started with 0.002, and the all-time high was at 6 cents with a market cap of 12.5 million. And all that in like 1 month. I think the all-time high was in November and we launched in October. So it was a pretty cool ride. We also built a lot of utility over there. For example, we built a staking platform where you can stake your tokens for 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. And we also built our own DEX, so the SafeChain Swap, which will be launched in May. And now we're coming up with a second token that will also benefit our whole ecosystem called the Inverse Protocol. And that's the project we will talk today about.
Okay, well, this is really exciting, and especially since you've been involved in a lot of projects, successful projects before. And you've also mentioned you've worked in like for like 3 years in MMORPG games. And are these games blockchain related, or is it just games online?
No, it was not blockchain related. It was just normal online games. So basically, we hosted those games on our own servers. So I had lots of servers, and people could join through our app. Yeah, So basically not non-blockchain related, but we also had like in-game currencies where you can purchase like costumes for your character or like mounts and pets and all that stuff, which you have in like open world games. Yeah, the community liked it very much. As I said, we had like over 100,000 registered accounts, and we done that for like over 3 years. And after a while, the space like vanished. So people moved to other games and so on. And yeah, that was the point where I said, hey, it was a cool time, but I want to move on with other things. And crypto was very impressive to me. So I said, okay, I mean, if I can be successful in the online gaming space, why shouldn't I try to be successful with crypto?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a really good experience for you as well. I mean, nothing really lasts that long, especially in games. Like when I
Yeah.
was younger, World of Warcraft would be like it will be there for like decades, but it still dies no matter how popular games are and people move on. And especially, I think crypto blockchain games would be the future as well. Because not only does it only benefit like the people in the in-game community, but the assets there, the NFTs, can be used to be converted into real money. So it has actual value outside the game, which I think
Yeah.
is, really impressive. And what do you call this?
Yeah, sure. There
Revolutionary.
there are some examples. For example, Axie Infinity is a blockchain-based game with NFTs, and I don't know, you know the project, right?
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest play-to-earn games, Axie Infinity,
Yeah,
and a lot of people made money on that. And it's still on, but I mean, it has less value, but it's still printing money for a lot of people still. So yeah, that just shows the value of blockchain games.
that's true. Yeah.
Is it
Well,
safe to assume that this inverse protocol, your project, is going to be somehow related to a game? And you've also mentioned that this is part of an ecosystem. So, is there a game related to that ecosystem that you're building?
not yet. So basically, um, we will start with an NFT marketplace. So that's our first utility. Um, the NFT marketplace is currently in the beta phase. Um, so I don't know. Should I speak about the utility first, or should I just answer the question about the gaming? Because
Okay.
we also we
Yeah.
also have a P2E game planned in our
Mhm,
roadmap. So basically, that will be a whole combination with the NFT
mhm.
marketplace. So we have currently our own exclusive NFT collection. So like a collection of only 10 NFTs. You have 7 normal NFTs and 3 rare ones. So the question is, what can you do with those NFTs? So basically, they could be worthless. But the thing is, those NFTs can be redeemed for inverse. So the normal NFTs have a set amount of 50 inverse. So it doesn't depend on where's the price. Whenever you want, you can basically redeem the NFTs back to us, and you will get the inverse from us. Um, and also the rare ones have a higher amount of inverse. So the rarest one will give you 1,000 of inverse, then 500 and 250. So that's the first benefit with those NFTs. You will also get like exclusive whitelist access for further collections. And yeah, that's the first collection that's currently live on our NFT marketplace. Currently, we're running in a competition. So the biggest contributors to our fair launch will be liable for those NFTs. They are not open for any purchase or something like that. You can only win them. And yes, that's the first point of our utility. So Dennis, if you want, you can also share the NFT marketplace so that people can
Yeah,
actually see it.
sure. Give me a second. I think everybody sees it right now. Do you see it,
Not yet.
guys?
Ah, now.
Yeah, yeah. I see it. I see the share screen. Yeah.
So basically, the NFT marketplace is in the beta phase, as I said. So it's only for like showcasing. We have our own collection up there so that people can see it. It's also on OpenSea if you want to check the collection there. But that's a pretty much solid version of the marketplace. So it's only missing like the smart contract so that it is fully operational. So you have like every function as on all other major NFT marketplaces like on OpenSea or LooksRare. So you have like the tabs for categories, you have the live auction bidding, you have trending area. We have set a lot of filters so you can also filter for NFTs that you like. So basically, if you're only interested in like gaming NFTs, you can exclusively search or filter only for those NFTs, which is pretty helpful, I think. And yeah, so we think that we can release the NFT marketplace 3 to 4 weeks after the launch. So we are pretty much working really hard on it. And it was also not really in our roadmap before because we thought we couldn't manage to bring it live before the launch, but I worked a lot of late evenings to get it done. So yeah, it's pretty good that investors can see that we actually build utility before we launch, because I think most of the other projects just tell you, hey, we will do like a game in quarter 4 and we will do like a metaverse in quarter 2, something like that. But people should see that we are really committed to the project and that we also already building utility so that investors really get and benefit with their investments.
And I totally agree with that. A lot of projects have been doing that lately. Like they're going to be saying they're going to be integrating this to the metaverse. We're going to be having our own marketplace, and they're just saying there. They're just going to say an image and announcement of it. But you guys, you have, even though there's no blockchain programming yet, we can see how the GUI or like how the marketplace is going to look. And this is interactive, right? The one that you're showing to us right now. You
Yes,
can
yes.
click on it.
You can click on it,
Yeah.
you can see everything. And you can also, Dennis, if you press the last button on the left side, you can also turn it into full mode, so you're not going to be distracted from your browser or something like that. And you can really enjoy the experience on the marketplace.
Oh wow, that's really yeah. You're already delivering, and that's
Yeah,
actually
working on it.
that's what stands out. Yeah, you've already developed stuff, and I know you've already worked on other games, on your other project as well. But for the inverse itself, you're doing this very specified development of the marketplace, and
Yes.
it's open for everyone to see, so everyone can check and yeah, they will know that this is definitely working and this would be functional. And perhaps like a day after launch, perhaps is that the timeline that you're looking at?
We're looking at like 2 to 4 weeks after the launch. I mean, maybe we can deliver it a little bit sooner, but I don't want to overpromise. I only want to say things that we can all hold. So the thing is, yeah,
Mhm.
not overpromising, underpromising, and over-delivering is one of our core values. So I don't want to get people upset or something like that. So yeah, 2 to 4 weeks is a reasonable timeline for the launch of the NFT marketplace.
I think that's pretty fair as well. But the important thing is we see it, we can use it, and the team is working. That's what people want to see in projects like this.
Yes. And the thing is, the NFT marketplace for now is not the only utility that we already built. Dennis, if you want, you can also show the app that we already have built and it's already live as well.
Sure.
So
I've just shared it to everybody.
the thing is, with the inverse protocol, as you may know, it is an auto staking and compounding protocol. And most of the other projects also have like a dashboard where you can see all the things related to the project itself. So we thought we should also build an app, and I think we delivered pretty well on that, because if I compare it to all of the other dashboards, I don't like their design or the coloring. We have it pretty much aligned to our website, also with all the effects and pretty good structured. So if you have a look at it, you can basically fetch all the data that you need to know. You can see the price, the circulating supply, the treasury value, like everything related to the project is on a dashboard. So, and that's not everything. So we also have an account tab. If you go to the account tab, you can basically connect your wallet. So you can choose MetaMask, Trust Wallet as you wish. And then you can see your personal stats. So you can see the share of your tokens on the market. You can basically see how much you have earned. So your daily earnings. And we also implemented a function so that you can see your complete earnings over the time. So you can look back like after 2 months, and then you can see, all right, I earned like X amount of inverse. So it's pretty cool to keep in check with your investment and have everything on one page. So, and we also have a calculator. So if you want to see how much return you can make in a certain time span, for example, for 10 days, you just connect your wallet, you put in the current price of the inverse token, and then the calculator will automatically calculate how much you will earn in that time span. So you can also revert that and basically make your investment choice based on the calculator. You could say, for example, you want to make like $50 to $100 a day as passive income. So you just calculate how much you have to put in to make this passive income, and you can make your purchase based off the calculator, which is also pretty good, I think.
Okay, well, I got to see. I mean, I'm sorry, I was like kind of looking at everything, and what I've noticed about it is that it's easy in the eyes and it's quite simple. You don't put much in the background. You just went straight ahead on what people wanted to see and how people wanted to work this platform.
Yeah,
And in terms, okay, so basically from what I on a standpoint, from what I can see in inverse, somehow staking is the main function of inverse. Is
right.
it? Or Mhm.
So basically, it's an auto staking and compounding protocol using a positive rebase function. So basically, every 15 minutes, everyone gets their rewards directly distributed to their wallet. So they don't have to use like a third party or another platform or something like that. They just have to buy inverse, put it into Trust Wallet or MetaMask, and then the rewards will be automatically distributed to the wallet. So the cool thing about that is that it's also auto compounding. So after 15 minutes, you get your rewards, and the next rewards are based on the compounding value that you already got. So that's pretty impressive because auto compounding will end up with a much higher APY in the end. So we have designed the protocol with a fixed APY of 400,000% for the first year. So we did a lot of market research and looked for other projects. What APY do they use? What is reasonable? What could be sustainable? And after all that research, we found out that the range between like 200,000 and 400,000 is like the sweet spot. It's an APY that you can handle as team because we have a lot of function to keep the protocol sustainable. We have, first of all, we have the treasury. So like from every buy and sell, there will go a portion directly into the treasury. And the treasury is meant for paying for marketing, paying for all of our development. So basically, we can really move with those funds. So the next part to keep the thing sustainable is we also have an insurance fund. So if you have like a bad market condition, just think of it, Bitcoin goes down in value for 5%, bringing all the market down. So with the insurance fund, we have the possibility to do buybacks to keep the price back up. So our goal is not to use the insurance fund for pumping the token itself. So the only thing we will do is to keep the price at the same rate again and bring the price on a stable level. Because a stable level is perfect for those kind of protocols. Because if I have, for example, a fixed price of $100, it's pretty easy for people to sell their rewards daily to get their passive income without any big price change. If I have a big price change, like for downside 30%, something like that, I have to sell a lot more of my daily rewards to get the same amount I got the other day. So our greatest goal is to keep the price as stable as possible. And the up moves will come from the investors, not from us. And the third key function of the protocol is the fire pit. So also a small portion from every buy and sell will directly go to the fire pit. So this allows us to get a lot of tokens out of the circulating supply because the fire pit also gets rewards. So the fire pit will grow in value over the time, and we will use it to burn tokens and get the circulating and the total supply down over the time. And we will do that every day. So we will closely monitor the chart, and as we see the price is going down, we will take the insurance fund, buy it back up, do a burn to keep the price sustainable and the investors happy and engaged with the project.
Sorry, I kept clicking on the unmute button, but it's not working. Okay, now it's working right now. And yeah, I think that's the main challenge of like most staking tokens in terms of like stabilizing the price. Because you know, staking tokens, they had a problem of like, you know, after some people like made money out of the staking rewards, they just sell it immediately. And you know, the best way that a staking token will be successful is if it held their price. It doesn't need to increase, like it doesn't need to go like X20, X10 or something like that. If it holds its price and it's gonna reward the users, and I think that's how, you know, staking tokens can be successful. And I love the fact that, as you mentioned, you have several streams of income to maintain the price of the token itself.
Correct.
And
Yes.
with Mhm. And with that being said, though, this is part of an ecosystem. So, in which way will the inverse token will be part of? Like, how can it be used in, you know, I've seen in the white paper, and you also mentioned not what the white paper, but rather the website in the P2E game. So I'm kind of visualizing or imagining how will this inverse token play out exactly in
Yes.
that
So basically, we will expand the ecosystem of the SafeChain token also. So as I said in the beginning, we will launch our own DEX in May, which will allow us to not only launch on PancakeSwap, we can also launch on our own DEX. So the thing is, we are in the talks with a lot of projects in the last weeks to build like partnerships for the swap platform. And we said as a team that every partnership that we can seal will also be for inverse. So if you get a deal with us with SafeChain token, it will be a deal for the inverse token as well. And if we get a deal with the inverse token, it will be a deal for the SafeChain token also. So basically, we will combine both of the ecosystems together. So we will also launch inverse of the SafeChain swap and get a lot of other projects also using our swap and building more like hype, more investors, more volume. And after that, as you already see in our roadmap, we have a lot of other things. Before we come to the P2E game, we also have a DAO plan. So a DAO is pretty much the best thing, I think, which you can do to give back to your investors. Because normally an investor does not have a vote in a project. It's not like on traditional markets or something like that. So basically people just buy and hope that the team will deliver in the future, but they can't decide the outcome. So we will set up a DAO where you can bring in your own proposals, and then inverse will be used for your vote. So you can stake your tokens for yes, or you can stake your tokens for no. And after the timer runs up, there will be a decision made. But the decision will be made from the community. So we don't have that much of a stake into from the total supply. We only own like 10% of the supply. So we can easily be overvoted. So if the community says, I don't like this idea from the team, they can just stake their tokens or no, and the proposal will be dismissed, and we can't do what we wanted to do. So one of the first proposals that we have thought of is like a strategy to use the funds from the treasury. So I've seen that a lot of other projects using those strategies, for example, with bonds, and others are using like just investment strategies or farming. And we will set up a proposal to like stake a part of the treasury for stable coins. There are a lot of good offers right now. You can stake, for example, UST for 25% APY in a year. So basically that's a safer bet. But we also will bring up other proposals where the community can easily involve themselves and have a right to also decide about a project, which is pretty good, because I think a lot of projects don't care too much about their investors. They only want them to invest into the project, and after that, they don't care. They want them to be silent. They don't want to engage with them. But we really want to engage with our community. We will give them back some power, some voting rights, and yeah. So that's about the DAO. And as I already teased, we also will build a P2E game. So basically the P2E game will be based of our NFT collection. So we will integrate our NFTs into the game. So if you have one of those NFTs, you can pretty much take the NFT, bring it into the game. We cannot reveal everything yet, but it will be possible eventually to stake your NFT, and you could also like earn in the game. So you can use your NFT for like quests and something like that. It will be pretty exciting, I think.
Well, I agree on that aspect. I mean, I think personally, even though the DAO is exciting because it brings the community together and making the decisions and everything. I think the P2E game is what I personally looking forward to in the ecosystem. But it's so far away. But it's still a far long road away. I'm guessing like months of work. So I guess that's something to be discussed in the future. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess another question I would have before we go straight into the community questions, I think you also kind of discussed a bit of it. So can you just tell us the basics on what is going to be the tokenomics for Inverse?
Yeah, sure. So basically for the tokenomics, you have like a buy fee of 13%. It's split between the treasury, the insurance fund, the LP, and the fire pit. And you have 16% as selling fees. For the tokenomics itself, so the supply is split like you have 85% going to the fairlaunch, which is currently live. 10% is owned by the team, which is locked. And then you have another 4% reserved for an ongoing airdrop. So we decided to give back to our SafeChain token community, and we set up a giveaway on Sweep Widget where you have to do some tasks like follow on Twitter, make a comment, make a post, something like that. And the top 100 of this giveaway will share an equal amount of 4% of the token supply. We will then take those 4% and bring it into an airdrop on Pinksale, and then we will distribute it with a vesting period, because we don't want everyone to directly dump their giveaway tokens that they just earned, and we want to take some pressure out of it. So we will do it with some vesting, and then we have like 1% going to normal giveaways. So we have found a way to engage a lot with our community through giveaways. So we host with SafeChain token, we hosted like multiple giveaways each day, which will bring a lot of people that are silent back into the chat. They will be actively involved into the giveaway because everyone likes free money. So yes, this is one way we want to build up our community, to engage more with them and get them more engaged with the project. And yeah, that's about our supply.
I love how you just wanted to get the community involved in terms of all of your plans, because I do believe as well that community is the foundation of the tokens and projects in this space. So I'm glad that you're paying a huge attention to them.
Yeah, 100%. So I think
Mhm.
a project can rise or fall with the community. I mean, if nobody has interest or nobody is sharing the project, or all the people in the community are unhappy with the decisions from the team, they will all leave the board. So we really want to engage with them, and we also want them to make some suggestions. We are always open for that. So I mean, I'm not a master brain. I can also do some decisions that are completely false or bad for the project. So I'm always open for an open discussion. So yeah, the community is definitely key for every project.
Yeah, and speaking of community, I think it's just about time for us to open the floor for community questions. So are you guys ready?
Sure, bring it on.
Okay, you seem pretty ready. So, for everyone that is tuning in to this AMA, you know the drill. If you wanted to ask questions, please raise your hands up in the VC. And if you're not able to ask your questions in the VC, please ask your questions over the main chat. Okay, so I'm gonna choose the first question. Okay, let's go with Dr. Strange. You're allowed to speak. Dr. Strange. Hello? Okay, let's see someone else in the doctors. Oh, Dr. Strange. I think you're.
Right.
Yeah, I
Are
think
you
you
me?
have a phone connection. Yeah, I can hear you, but it's
Oh,
cutting off.
actually, okay, actually, my question is, the crypto industry is fast-paced industry. How flexible is your project to change quickly and keep up with technology trends? What is your long-term vision for forecasting industry in which your project operates in? You got a question?
I hope so. Yeah, the thing is, crypto is a really fast space. That's right. So especially with all those staking protocols. So for example, I deployed the contract, I don't know exactly, I think 50 days ago or 60 days ago, something like that. And as I deployed the contract, 400,000% was the highest APY in the market. But guess what happened? Everyone came up with a higher APY. They came up with 500,000 up to 1 million. I also saw like projects with 2 million, 3 million, but all of those projects are not sustainable. And for me, it's not a way, it's not a race. So basically, we are builders. We love the project. We really want to bring utility. We're always looking for like new trends in the market, and we try to adopt those trends as much as possible for us.
Okay, Dr. Strange, did that answer your question?
Okay. What major advantages do you think will make a team lead in the market?
Yeah, basically we have a lot of utility. So as I already said, we have a working app right now. We have an NFT Marketplace in beta phase, and we have a lot of other utility planned for the future. And we are an active building team. For example, with SafeChain token, we also build a staking platform and a swap. So we are very active and doing all those things. And yeah, so basically, I think we are bringing a lot of experience into the project. So in my past, I gained a lot of experience from also different spaces, not only crypto. And yeah, we also have a lot of funds ready for a lot of marketing. So in the future, you will see a lot of marketing from us. Also this week, the marketing plan is really stacked. For example, on Saturday, we also have an AMA with TRAVLADD'S. He will also post and pin on Twitter. So we spend a lot on that. And yeah, our vision is pretty clear. We want to build a lot of utility, engage with the community, and just have a successful project. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your question, Dr. Strange. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm going to skip out to the next question because we wanted to answer as many questions as we can for the community with the limited time that we got. So let's move on to the next question. Let's go with Herkins. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question, Herkins. Herkins, I'm not sure if you know that you're allowed to speak, but you need to unmute yourself.
Hello, Fabian.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, TH. How you all doing?
I'm good.
We're doing great.
How are you?
Yeah. So there's this question I really want to ask. You know, every successful project has a rough beginning and stuff. So I really want to ask you, what has been your how will I call it? What have been your rough beginning? The things you
My
try to
education.
work hard on. No, I'm not talking about like things that you find hard when creating these projects. What are they, and how have you planned to solve those problems?
How I solve problems.
Like the problems that made you want to give up on your project. The rough problems you had while creating these projects. What are they, and how have you tried to solve them?
I think I can translate it,
Sure.
Fabian, if you don't understand it, or did you get the question?
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I'm a person that, I'm a person I grow with things that happen. So basically, before I was in crypto with all those online games, we had lots of issues. So basically, we had like server downs in the middle of the night when I was sleeping, or people that tried to hack us, or they spread misinformation, or we had problems with marketing. So there were a lot of problems that we have faced in the past, but I'm not a person that gives up easily. So if you come up with a task, I'm the person that wants to solve it. If I see a server down, I will spend all the night to get it back up. So basically, I think problems are good. People can really rise with problems. They can grow with problems, but you have to face them. You can never run away from a problem. If you run away from a problem, it will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So just be a man, stand your problem, try to fix it, and always be transparent. If you have like a big issue, like for example, your smart contract gets hacked, compromised, something like that, be transparent with the community. Put up and post in a calm way. Don't spread like anger or fear or something like that. Be always transparent. Speak with them, and then handle the situation with a cool mind. That's my vision.
Also,
Yeah,
to add to
thank you
that,
very much. Yeah,
oh,
thank you, Fabian.
okay.
And I really love your answer you gave, and especially when you
Thank
talked
you.
about problem test your
Yeah,
capacity,
sure,
test
sure.
who you really are. And yeah, that's really nice. And I will tell you, you will have a nice project because such a project is really a great one.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming over, taking the time to listen here and asking a question. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Fabian.
Of
Good
Thanks.
course,
luck to your
thank you.
project.
And yeah, I mean, as a gaming, if you handle a game, yeah, I do know how hard it is to handle a game, especially when the server is down. A lot of players will be complaining, and they're
Yeah.
gonna fund your game, even though it's not in the crypto space. That they're gonna say a lot of stuff about you in the game, complaining about the developers not doing any stuff. So, yeah, I can only imagine how much you can apply that in the crypto space and how you can handle the kind of stress that of people complaining. Okay.
True, yeah.
So let's go on to another question. Shetty Smart 247, you're allowed to speak. Please ask your question. Shetty Smart, please unmute yourself so you can ask the question. Okay. I think he or she do not realize that you can ask the question. So let's move on to the next one and maybe the last question until let's see how much time we got. Okay, Jibenga, Matt, ask your question, Matt.
Thank you.
Jibenga, saving the best for last. So please ask your question.
Thank you to the Inverse, Emma. Thank you for coming to our dear community. Actually, see your projects have been through, so I'm very bullish about that. But I have a question with respect to the NFT and the tokenomics of the project with respect to the sustainability of the project. Sincerely speaking, when I see a project like this, with respect to the plan you have, I know you have a good starting, but I'm much more concerned about the end-time value of project like this with respect to the NFT. Now, you have a great NFT, but how would the NFT works with respect to the P2E game you're planning to launch? And can I ask some pictures on the P2E game? Can I ask some
Yeah,
questions on it,
sure.
or you still you don't? Do you have? I don't know. Maybe you have the preview of the P2E game or the proposed standard of the P2E game, and I will need to connect with the NFT to generate more utility for your project.
Yes. Dennis, could you potentially go to the website and show the NFTs real quick to answer that question in full?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Perfect. Thank you. Basically, with the NFTs, as I already explained, for the first collection that we have, you will have the possibility to redeem the NFTs at a fixed inverse amount. So basically, that's the first utility for the NFTs. You can win it in the competition, and then as the price will rise in the future, you can come to us and we will give you inverse and take them back. After a while, as soon as we have our NFT marketplace ready, we know that NFTs are very hot and people are after that. If you look around, there are a lot of big NFT projects that do very well. And we think on the BSC chain, there are not so many good NFT projects. So we decided to go with the BSC chain in the beginning because we think that we can eventually take a little bit of the market share by bringing up an edge on our NFT marketplace. So basically, we will look out for all the competitors and will analyze their revenue model and see how is their fee structure, how can we optimize it. Maybe we can go a little bit lower with the fees so it's more attractive for all those NFT investors. And that's our first move. So with the exclusive collection, then we will bring the NFT marketplace into full working mode. So everyone can go there. They can upload their own pictures and make it to an NFT on the BSC chain and can trade it over there. So those are the first steps. And then in the future, we will expand it with more exclusive stuff, eventually some VIP features and like a pro version and all those things. And
Awesome.
lastly, as I also said, we are working on a P2E game, which will be released in some months. So basically also those NFTs can be used in the game, and you will be able to eventually stake them and earn from those NFTs. So it's also a good utility for the whole ecosystem.
Actually, that is the aspect. I want to use the question to ask a question related to the game. That is why I asked on NFT the connection between the NFT and the game. Now, on this project, you'll be having checking through your roadmap, you'll be having your marketplace on the second phase of the roadmap according to what you have there. And the NF and the P2E game will be after the marketplace with respect to what you have on your roadmap, if I'm right. Now, what will be the activities to keep users more active on your project? Let me say on your platform. When you are planning to launch a game in some months after the launch of the project. Now, don't you think users will get tired of holding your token for that period? Don't you think there won't be any activities to keep investors up to task on your platform when you are having the game to be launched in some months to the time? I think, to my own best of knowledge, and with respect to crypto space, a games like that should come first. Then, if people now see how active or how good or how solidified are your NFT, it will be very good for us to look, okay, I want to buy the NFT. I can have some activities done on the platform of the game. Then after that, when I hold the NFT, I think I'll make some money from the NFT. I can now take the NFT to my marketplace. I don't think marketplace should come first before the game. To my knowledge, I don't know if you're having something skeptical about this, or you are seeing it from the view which I'm seeing it. I don't know if you're getting this.
I mean, I love your energy, bro. You're a really cool dude, but what's the core question? Because I think I did not understand the full question.
Honestly, I don't know. You understand? If you give me like that,
NFTs, right? NFTs will be awesome on our platform.
You mean?
Jabenga, I think your question is that how will the NFT be used in the game? That's your main question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why should the marketplace come before the game and the NFT? I'm just getting this confused.
Okay, so let's get those two questions, Jabenga. You asked a lot of questions at once, so let's stick to those two questions. How will the NFT be used in the game, and what's the purpose of having the marketplace first before anything about the game?
Yeah, so basically the thing is with the marketplace, it's not solely for our NFTs. So we want to build it for the community so that it will be used also for other people, so that other people can upload their own NFTs on our marketplace and trade it over there. So the marketplace itself is not related to the game. So it's two different products. So basically it does not matter where you put it in the roadmap. So we just decided to come up with the NFT marketplace before, because it's easier for us to develop it for the community. So basically that's the reason why it's coming before. And for the game itself, I mean, I can't tell too much now, but as I also said, you can earn through staking. So basically you can take your NFT into the game and stake it there to gain a passive income. And you will also be able to play with the NFT in the game. So you will take your NFT, and your NFT will be like your character in game. So you will basically be able to level up your NFT, getting more like armor or different helmets or different costumes, and all will be attached to the NFT. So basically, if you think about it, for example, you have a normal NFT in the beginning and you're playing the game, doing some quests, killing some monsters, something like that. And after time, you will level up your NFTs. So it's going from a common one to a rare one to like an epic one and so on. So basically, that will be the way how we will try to integrate the NFTs into the game.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to see you, brother.
Mhm.
Thank you too
Definitely.
for
And again,
asking.
yeah, and they're still quite early into the project, so yeah, we need to all be patient on how the development of this project goes. And it's still just the marketplace, but you've seen how functional the marketplace is, so yeah, you gotta be excited in what they have in plan for the game itself. Okay, I think we covered what we can cover over the community question, and I still see some hands raised wanting to ask a question and over the main chat. So guys, if your questions were not able to be answered, in the AMA this time, please join Inverse in their Telegram group and you can go ask your questions there. And I'm sure that Fabian and the rest of his team will be more than happy to answer all of your questions.
True, true. So perfect. So also from our side, thank you for having us. I think it was a pretty good chat. I like you. You're a really good host. You did pretty well. And all for the listeners, also thank you very much for your time. I mean, it's not normal to listen 1 hour to a project. So thank you very much that you were here today. Also, if you want and if you like the project, our fair launch is currently live. So I think it's like 3 days left. So if you like the project, come over. And as he also said, if you have any questions, come over to our chat. We are always happy to help you. We also have some good moderators. They also able to answer all the questions. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much as well, Fabian, for choosing Phoenix Holdings. Who's here on your AMA. It's been amazing having you guys. And to the listeners here, as Fabian mentioned, their fair launch is live right now. So for the fair launch, I think the best way to get to know how to contribute or participate in it is by joining their Telegram group. So please do so and support Inverse on their project. So Fabian, once again, thank you so much. And I wish you the best of luck in your project and have a great day to everyone here.
Thank you very much. Have a great day too. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.